the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. We had a good run, don't say we didn't. I was your first love, and you were my first one. Cheers to all the memories, the venom and the remedies, yeah. Promise I won't forget, yeah. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here tonight before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does. We gave it all we had, it's time to say bye, baby, bye. I'll be, you'll be, yeah, we'll be fine. So let's call it a night, and that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here right now before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does.
Hi, let me know if you can hear me. How's it going, everybody? Hey, chums, how you doing? Happy Sunday, Charlene. Hey, people. This is not going to be like a 3-hour live. It's not going to be like super long. We're just going to react to a video, hang out for a bit. I have like extra videos going on. I think I'm doing 3 videos this week, maybe 2 with this live, but I did not do a second video last week because I went to see my brother and I wasn't prepared. It was a last-minute flight to Dallas. Also, my favorite sweater is holding on by like a tiny piece of cloth. Look at that's ridiculous. It's fine though. I'm still gonna wear it. So yeah, I think my video for tomorrow is available for members. Let me see. Yep. And then everyone else will be able to watch it tomorrow. And then I should have at least 1 more, maybe 2 coming out. Good evening, JulieJo and everyone. Hello, Hillary Ann. Perfect timing too, because I'm starting dinner. Perfect. Oh my gosh. My husband made like steak grilled cheeses. Steak grilled cheese. Grilled cheeses. Steak grilled cheese. It's like a grilled cheese, but with like steak strips in it. And obviously tomato soup. Get out a cute patch to the sweater. I would have to get somebody to sew it, or I guess I could do iron on. No, I would have to get somebody to sew it because you have to have fabric to iron on. I'm such a dork. Excited to catch JJ live. I'm excited. Thank you, Tori. Oh yeah, don't forget, like August says, don't forget to lick the stream /like. It's a running joke to lick the stream, but that means like if you're new here. If you're new here, also welcome. I feel like it's been forever. I think, yeah, my last live was Hold on, I'm gonna have to look. My last live was almost a month ago. I'm sorry, everybody. I've been so... My damn mic. Hi, Erin. Hold on, let me try to get my... It should not be unplugged. Okay, let me know if you can hear me. Hey, Erin. I've been doing stuff with friends. I went down to Dallas to see Nick, my brother. Yeah, lots of stuff. Been doing lots of things. Back. Okay, I don't know why I still can't figure out how to join the members. It doesn't give me a join button. I keep looking everywhere. Could someone help her out? I'd appreciate it. Sewing patches, though, could work. Yes, I think sewing patches could work. I cannot sew, but I will find someone who can. Can hear you now. Okay, good. Rebecca's been a member for 18 months. Thanks, Rebecca. I'm glad you're here. Also, we love a good cat pic. JulieJo is Texas girly too. Yeah, I was born and raised in Texas, West Texas, specifically in the Yeehaw land, oil field, and like cowboy country area. My friends had horses. You know, I wasn't a horsey girl. I was not a horse gal, but I've ridden horses. And then I moved here in Minnesota to Minnesota in November. I can sew, LOL, make me smile. I wish I had that gift. What's new on Goodreads? I have stalled on my book reading. So I have read a ton of books. I just haven't updated my Goodreads in a while. I've listened to a lot of Audible books because I can do stuff while listening to Audible books, but then I've also got other books, like my physical books I would need to read too. Okay, thank you, Charlene. Charlene has the link to join the YouTube channel. I'm actually going to go and pin that. I always shit on people about, oh, your Wi-Fi, but my Wi-Fi sucks tonight. So forgive me. It's just like my Wi-Fi is in the other room and that's the only place we can put it. So, okay, there we go. Start year 18 of teaching tomorrow. I have the Sunday Scaries. I needed this. Oh, 18? That's crazy. Good for you. Cool tip. Just add /join after your channel link. Cool tip. Oh, just add /join. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. That is good. That is a cool tip. Thanks, Charlene. Visible mending is the best. Favorite things can last forever. Yes. Yes, I love it. It says Notre Dame. I got it at a consignment store. Was it consignment store? I don't know. I got it and I love it. It's just like such a solid sweatshirt. Anyway, woo, great timing. Yay. Okay, good. Kindle Unlimited has kept me from getting in trouble for spending too much on books. Kindle Unlimited has saved my bank account. Now, Audible's messed me up a bit, but we're not going to talk about that because I found Kobo. What is it called? Kobo. It doesn't have all the Audible has. Rakuten Kobo. There we go. Rakuten Kobo is another app. I'll show you like the app itself. But it has, so you pay $7.99 a month and there are a bunch of really great free books. On Audible, there's just not that many great free books. But I have both Audible and that Rakuten Kobo. And a lot of times I can save money with with the Kobo one, by like looking up and seeing what I want to read on my wish list on Audible and looking it up on Kobo and seeing if it's on there. It's not always on there. Sometimes you have to pay for it, but sometimes it's on there for free with you having a $7.99 a month membership. Anyway, you can check out audiobooks for free from your local library with Hoopla. You need a library card to send them. Yes, Riley and I have been talking about that too. Getting library cards and doing that because we heard about that as well. I use Libby. What's Libby? I'm writing these down because I'm trying to save as much money as I can because I could spend pretty pennies on books and I don't want to. But you have to have a library card. I know, Riley and I really need to get a library card. Both of us, because we both listen to audiobooks and I read physical books too. But instead of buying physical books, I've been using Kindle Unlimited, which is like $11.99 a month. And you just download. Most of books are on Kindle Unlimited. and you just download them for free. It's wonderful. Okay, anyway, y'all are here for a little hey, hello, and then a react. Hoopla. I know I need to write down hoopla. Anyway, JJ, how can you stream when Ambergeddon is happening? Because I just watched Zachary Michael and listen to him. Well, actually, that's not true. I don't only watch him. I watch Jordy and what's his name? I also watch another person. I need to look him up really quick. But I've been following it a little bit. No, my mic is being ridiculous. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Why is my mic having this issue again? Just started watching videos. Love them so much. Subscribe instantly. Thank you. Okay, my mic's back. It's Ambergeddon in you. Ambergeddon. I don't really want to describe it. JJ, we need your beautiful. I know, people. I know. I'm so sorry. My mic's being weird. Oh, there he is. Alex Ashok. I like Alex Ashok too. Anyway, you can Google Ambergeddon if you want, but I really don't want to explain it. It's like a guilty pleasure. I wouldn't even say I watch it a lot, but I do like Zachary Michael. Anyway, so we're gonna react to a video today. It's called. That's not the one that I chose. I chose a different one. I forgot what it's called. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say that. This video that we're watching. Hello, JulieJo and beauties. Hey, Mike. Be nice to JulieJo, please. Thank you. Right? I know. I bought a new cord, so I don't know why it's being ridiculous, but whatever. Okay, so we're gonna watch this video. Oh gosh, I forgot what it's called. I downloaded it, and then I was like, oh, I don't need this tab anymore. I was wrong. You need the tab. Anyway, we'll figure out what it's called by listening to them. But I remember reading the title and going, oh, intriguing, right? We need to watch this. I want to watch this one live too. So I hope it's good. I remember looking at the title and thinking this should be a good one without even watching it. So let's hope for the best. Y'all know the majority of the time I react, it is going in blind. I'm going in not knowing a thing. EK, let's watch, everybody.
Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. We are 13 days away from the end of the month. And reminder, Easter weekend is the very last weekend of March. So my encouragement to everybody is to front load, or well, we're already halfway in, well past halfway into the month. So to work now for what our goals are. Kind of have that end of month urgency, except it's not the end of the month yet, right? So anyways, I just wanted to welcome everybody. I know people are still hopping on. Go ahead and pop a win in the chat. Like, let's kick it off with some gratitude today. And if someone wants to unmute and just share a win.
This is also from like, I think 4 months ago.
Any win, big or small. Why don't you, let's just hear from somebody real quick. And unmute, or if you want to shout somebody out on
I'll share.
Okay, let's hear it.
So my neighbor invited me to a dinner with some other ladies, and I wasn't necessarily going to go, but my husband was like, you should totally go.
Y'all heard her say front loading, right? You know, I love when they say that out loud. Someone mentioned that a second ago, August, LL front load. did that word slip out of her mouth. I'm sure that I don't think she meant to say that, but I think she intended for her to push the front loading idea without using the word, but she did. Oops on her part.
It was called a bad bitches dinner. So I kind of felt like,
That's great.
is this like a compliment or should I be worried? But anyway, it was really cool because she actually had a lot of just health-minded people there, and I was able to make multiple connections that night. And I have a meeting with a gal tomorrow. And then there's this other girl local to me. She's on Ryan Ritz's team, but we've done like events together before. So we're doing a gut health and wellness event together on Saturday per request from multiple people at the dinner. So that was like really fun and exciting. And I'm like, yay, I did something scary and I have butterflies on my stomach. So it must be good.
That's awesome. Yeah, any opportunity that you guys have to connect with more people. Reminder, we're in the networking business. So I love that Stephanie shared that because that is a perfect opportunity. Actually, Stephanie, I'm glad your hubby encouraged you to go because it gets us out of like our normal circle. And when we're outside of our normal circle, we might be a little bit more outside of our comfort zone, right? Than if we're just always with friends that already know what we do, right? And so always be mindful of that. Anytime we travel, we really work hard to connect with lots of people. Were you all watching Sonia Dudley this week? I think she had yesterday. Yesterday was Monday. Oh, it's only Tuesday. And I loved it. I don't know. I grew up in Plexus listening to Sonia Dudley. Like I remember listening to her videos going, okay, I'm going to have to learn to be.
So far, I mean, especially with that girl's like win for the week or whatever, something that I experienced that I think relates to what she was saying is I never felt like I could make real friends when I was in the MLM. Like I felt pushed to get everyone to join my business. And part of that was me having to force friendships to get them to join the business or work harder or something. And I felt at the time I didn't feel like I was forcing friendships. I felt like they were friendships, but they were based upon like what is it? They were transactional. And I feel like a lot of people experience that in MLMs, especially if you've been a part of one. I'm sure like you've experienced the transactional relationships that are in MLMs. The majority of them are. Now, there are people that I met that I actually like and was glad that I was friends with. And are there any that I'm actually still friends with today? Like that I talk to often? Well, there was one that was one of my best friends of all time before the MLM, and she still is after, but I wouldn't say that I'm still really close to any other ones. But yeah, I felt like they were all transactional. And it's sad. Something that was really difficult was I really was feeling like I wasn't able to make friends without having to push the MLM agenda, the idea of joining the MLM, because in my mind, it was the best thing in the world that they could do because I was, losing my mind. I was being told that the best gift I could give someone is this opportunity. Anyway.
More like Sonia, like just a natural connector. And she's not weird.
Hey, Tracy.
And she's so natural. And that's a natural outflow of her.
Chelsea.
And it benefits all of us to learn those skills, right? And so even
right, Delsey, why can't they set up the Zoom to just show the person talking? We've been doing this Zoom meeting thing for over 4 years. Get it together. Right?
If we're not naturally like that, I mean, I'm an introvert, mostly an introvert, somewhat of an introvert. Raise your hand if you're an introvert. Kind of a conserver of energy, or at least maybe not an expender of energy on people that I don't know.
Hey, Athena.
And maybe have no reason to get to know. But it's so interesting when you observe natural connectors. My uncle is actually a top salesman in his company. He's actually been a top salesman of a lot of different companies, but living life with him is hilarious. Like he will not let you say no. to like whatever it is, right? It could even be like, oh, try this piece of candy. And he'll sell you on it. He will totally sell you on it. But the funny thing, like watching him operate like in a checkout line is hilarious because he's read all the books. Like
Hilarious or cringy as hell. I'm sorry, I'm not going to take a candy from a random person that doesn't like sell candy, you know? And I get her point. Obviously, I'm being a bit dramatic, but is that not cringe? Someone selling me something in the line at the store? Please don't. The grocery line, whatever she called it, I don't know. Don't. Thank you.
he knows how to win friends and influence people. And I actually lived with them in college, and hands down, my aunt and uncle are hilarious. Like both of them are very, very funny. I've never, like, I literally every day I lived with them, I belly laughed. They were so funny, but they were always looking to like connect with people. And so my cousins at the time when I was in college, they were like 11. And I remember my uncle giving all of us a challenge. He's like, okay, this week is going to be all about doing little acts of kindness. And so one of their acts of kindness was to make the crabby shoe guy smile something, because it was like their shoe store, the guy at the shoe store was always crabby. So that was like their mission, like to make him smile, to get him to smile about something. And I'm pretty sure that they reported back that they got a smile out of him. But even watching him operate and
Yeah, I agree with what a lot of you are saying. Stevie said something like, my husband will not let you say no is not a flex you think, right? Doesn't that sound weird? Athena, that sounds terrible. Respect when people say no. Renata, this is a good point too. It's cringe and doesn't respect people's boundaries. Yeah, a bit of a red flag. I agree. Leave the crabby shoe guy alone. Right.
in a checkout line, like he's hilarious. Like he really engages everyone everywhere he goes with, like, he's not trying to sell them on whatever he sells, right? He's just practicing all the time, and he's super fun to be with. And so Sonya's encouragement and just how she, like her explaining how she talks to people, I found very, very helpful when I started. So anyways, long story short, so okay, there are 21 of us on, which means there should be 21 wins in the comments. So if you're just hopping on, we want everyone to be popping, even if it's just one teeny tiny win in the comments. We want to be shouting people out. You can shout yourself out, you can shout a teammate out. And if you're new on this call, this is your first Tuesday call ever, can you pop it in the chat too? Because we want to make you feel really welcome. So, all right, here are my notes for tonight. I'll just be completely honest with you guys. Carissa and I had the idea of doing just kind of like a little debrief session. I know all of us are doing the Star Diamond training this month, right? Pop something in the chat if you're doing that, which should be all of us, right? If you're not sure what I'm talking about, it's okay. We will get you plugged in. But basically, the Star Diamonds are like the tippy top diamonds in Plexus that have been doing training every single day. They've been showing up and doing a pre-recorded video with some homework, and it's like a 7 or 8 minute video. It's not long, and then like one piece of homework. It's again, it's not like you have this big list of things to complete. Small, bite-sized little things. And then later in the day, they're hopping on live and expounding or just popping on so that there's more live interaction, maybe answering some questions or whatever. And so we thought we would open it up for you guys to share what you are learning from the Star Diamond training. And then also, if you've had some resistance that has popped up, or some little tiny thoughts maybe in the back of your head that have popped up either as you're doing the homework or as you are working or listening through the training. So who wants to go first? Who has been learning? Do you guys have a favorite person that has trained so far, or something that has really stuck out to you? Curious. This is going to be interactive. Megan is not going to be talking the whole time.
Same, Deanna.
Oh,
I can go.
Okay. Hey, Tara or Julia. Almost called you.
Hey. That's okay. I'll answer pretty much anything. So I actually really enjoyed Brooke Hemingway's. It was almost like a light bulb.
Brooke Hemingway? Oh, I know Brooke. Brooke Hemingway. Familiar. Anyone remember her? I've covered her. Hold on. I'll show you who it is. Okay. I've covered her. Let's take a moment. I'm going to share my screen. Hold on. Let me share it. Okay, y'all. Do y'all remember Brooke, Miss Brooke Hemingway? Here, let's go. Do y'all remember her? Yeah, Riley Brooke Hemingway. Why are you closing it? I'm loud. But who's in here with me? Luna? Anybody else? She's not gonna. I guess you can close it. Do y'all remember her? I've covered her in I think 2 videos at this point. She is someone who lives in Hawaii, I think. She's not Hawaiian though, but she lives there, I think. Anyway, she's a top leader in Plexus, but that's beside the point.
When she was talking.
Anyway, she is interesting and very open about like medical claims and all of that. It's very uncomfortable.
About starting little messenger events for each of her customers to try to help get activity with their people and get them to inviting. So what I actually have started to do that this last 2 weeks. I think she shared was it Monday or Tuesday? I don't remember. But so basically what we've been doing is doing what we're calling a reset and walk challenge. And so we're having any of our customers invite people to a reset and walk challenge. And then we're starting a messenger thread for them and any of their people who want to be in that reset and walk challenge. And we put them all in there together. And then of course we're in there and we're inputting information about products, answering questions about products, encouraging each other on the reset, and then also checking in when we hit our goals for the day. And it's been really, really good so far with just having interaction and getting people involved in the community. So that's been a lot of fun. And I really, really have liked that.
Love it. Do they have to order product first? Maybe that's a dumb question.
So typically, yes, but I talked to Cassie about this because I have a couple people, not very many. I don't advertise it as not being willing to order product, but I've had a couple people that have said that they want to purchase at the end of the month because they get paid at the end of the month. And so I invited them to go ahead and get onto the walk challenge with us and to do the walk challenge. And then they're going to host their own at the end of the month. And I've heard from both of the people that are in there that don't have products, and they both are saying, I can't wait to get my own products to be able to do this. And that was kind of my hope, is to just kind of ignite excitement in them to make sure they feel like, not necessarily that I want them to feel like they're missing out, but help them to see that a lot of people are having great results with it. And so, yeah, no.
Yeah, there are distributors. This is a training for distributors only. Why are they giving information that distributors would know and or know is a stretch fabrication? I don't know. Distributors on this call. Yeah, I don't know. But these are only distributors. Do I still play with slime? Oh gosh, I haven't since I moved. Gosh, it's been forever. Y'all, there are so many things that I feel like I've never unpacked. Like there are boxes since I moved to Minnesota in my last apartment that I brought with me to this new one. I have still not unpacked. I know some of you are probably cringing at that. I don't care. They're in the closet. I'm not unpacking them for a while still.
I've opened it up to people if they're not at the point where they're ready to order or able to order yet. I've let them come into it.
Oh, that's a good idea. I must have missed that in Brooke's training because I thought I listened to both of her videos, but must have missed that part. I'll have to go back and re-listen.
It's on her primary. It's on her very first one. It's not on her live. It was on her YouTube recorded one.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
Okay, good idea. And someone else said that they loved her mapping call. I actually pulled up some of my notes that I had taken from that call. And I thought it was really, really good because she said, really, ranking up starts with a decision. And I think that, well, there's a scripture that says, how long will you halt between two decisions, right?
Ranking up starts with a decision. I mean, ranking up starts with a decision. Yes and no. I mean, you can decide to rank up and still not rank up, but to rank up, you normally do have to decide to rank up. That sounds confusing, but that's just like, I guess what I'm trying to say is that's just a ridiculous thing to say. I mean, ranking up starts with the decision. So does like go into the bathroom. So is brushing your teeth. Julie, don't feel bad. I have boxes in my basement that I haven't unpacked yet. I've been in the house for nearly 12 years. Thank you, Tori. I feel so much better. That is so funny. I totally get the unpacking. That can take forever. Good luck. Do I miss playing with slime? Yeah, I do. I like that sensory feeling of the slime. The buzzwords, phrases are wild. I know. And they're just not, they're things that sound good or interesting, but they just don't matter. Like ranking up starts with a decision. But in reality, you can decide and still not rank up because the majority of people will not, because that's how it is made to be. Everything starts with a decision. Exactly. Like that's just, and so what? That's how I feel when she said and. Yeah. So like you said, BL, so does everything.
Two opinions, I think it is. And I think it's like that the decision is the catalyst, you know? And then I thought that she also really said something profound when she mentioned getting it on paper. I'm a big pen and paper girl, and I've tried to teach that.
Profound. Putting it on paper is profound. Just the idea, the idolation, is that the right word? Just the idea that it is profound to put pen to paper about something is wild to me. That's just not profound at all. Not even a little profound. I don't get it. You can decide anything, doesn't mean it's going to happen, right, Elizabeth? She says this, so she blames it on you when you don't rank up. Oh, Shahad, absolutely. That's a good point. Becca Noss said, yes, my decision to getting up and making a sandwich is the catalyst to me not being hungry in an hour. Good night, the eclectic memo. OMG, the adjectives.
And encourage people to like get their goals written down. Because if they're not written down, like then they're all just airy-fairy in our head, and our brain can't handle all of that information. And
actually, some brains can. Some brains can handle it.
So I thought it was interesting. She said, like, you take it out of this kind of the spiritual realm and you get it into the physical. And I mean, that's kind of how she explained it. But I thought it was really just drove home that point. Like when you put it on paper, get it out of your head, you bring it to life, and it feels more real. And then you also have a map on, like, there's never a moment in the month where you're like, what do I do now? Because you have your map. Okay, so if you have not mapped out your next rank up and you need help with that, get with your sponsor after this call and just tell them like, hey, I need help with that. Can you help me with that? Because you want to know where you're going so that you can get there. And I appreciated some of her verbiage also. Everyone comes in with a buddy. Okay, so if you are new and starting to build your team, do this better than me and get the duplication going faster than waiting on people to catch the vision. And who said it? Was it who spoke today? Fallon? Was it her? I think maybe she was the one that said red personalities. So if you all know what the 4 color personalities are, she's like, red personalities will assume everyone will just do what they're doing and know what to do. And that was me when I started. I was like, well, people just kind of see what I'm doing and they'll go do it. Like if they want it, they'll go get it. Like this is an entrepreneurial opportunity. Like go figure it out, y'all. I can't be your babysitter and your therapist and all that, which I've grown since then. But I do appreciate the perspective and just the building the culture of everyone comes in with a buddy. And that's such an easy way to talk about it. Because let's be honest, most of us, when we started this, did not recruit people for the business. The 4x4 to gold works brilliantly if you are recruiting people into your business for the business. That the 4x4 to getting to gold is you sign 4 people and you help those 4 people find 4 people. And that's how you get to gold.
Wow. Doesn't that sound like recruiting people into the company to rank up and make money? What? Anyone else? Sure does, doesn't it? My gosh.
And I love that. I think that's a great strategy. But a lot of times what people do, because there's more than one way to get to gold, right? A lot of times what people do is they'll sign up as many people as they can, like VIP customers, and do it all on their own. But we want to get the duplication going. And so that duplication when you're signing VIP customers, primarily for products, a really, really great way to get some duplication going is to start the conversation about how you encourage everyone on your team to come in with a buddy. So you encourage the buddy system. So if you're not currently doing that, make yourself share it with everybody. And you can use that really casual wording of the buddy system.
Did you see how she talked about it? She said, you'll have to get a bunch of customers to rank up by yourself, but you just need 4 and then have them get 4 to rank up. The way they talk about it, it's very blatantly obvious that they want you to build a team and that it's quote unquote easier to rank up and make more money that way. Yeah, we say that. Yes. But she's saying it and proving all of us right. The manipulation, I know. Hey, Tanya. Okay, Michael Scott. I'm a pink. Oh, wait, no, that's just a nail polish. Me too.
And then I also liked how Brooke said, what's your interest level in the $400 in the Apple Watch? I thought that was a really good sentence. And then let's see. Oh, I liked how she talked about talking with people's people. And she's like, we need to tell Wendy about this. How would this help her? And so Brooke is just brilliant about getting to the emotional level with
Brilliant?
people. Like, she's not necessarily putting it all out there to everybody, like, come do this business with me, business, all business. She's very cognizant. And she even said in her, I think it was her live video, that a lot of the people, or maybe it was just the Q&A from Saturday, she said, a lot of the people that she signed up started for products first, and she doesn't necessarily approach everyone. But she said there's not a one size fits all approach for her when she's sharing Plexus with people. It's really dependent on them and what they want. And I also liked how she said, I thought I would tell you about.
I was just thinking the same thing, August. Brooke is brilliant for manipulating people. Thanks for confirming. Right. She's like, Brooke is brilliant on the emotional aspect of it, of manipulating people's emotions to join. Yeah. Yeah, Megan, I can tell. I've covered her before, but also thank you for confirming.
This opportunity with the Apple Watch if you want to work with me for a few hours this month. So I like how she kind of quantified and qualified the simplicity of that.
A few hours this month. A few hours this month sounds like 10, 30 maybe, 30 hours this month. But they're going to have to work a lot more to get that Apple Watch.
People in the call.
Hey, Megan, can you share how you have grown through the feeling of, I'm not here to be everyone's babysitter. I'm not here to hold their hand. I'm not here to be their therapist. Can you share a little bit more about that?
Sure. I think this is where us growing as developers come in. And I think it really stemmed from a perspective that, like, almost like my identity. Like, I'm a mom of 7. I'm a homeschool mom. Like, that's me. And then, yes, Plexus is something that I do, and it's really fun, and I love it. But I don't think I really took on that mantle of I'm a mentor in this business. And because I had told myself for so long, like, I'm not a coach, like, I'm not trained, like, I don't know how to coach people. I know how to work my own business, and leave me in my corner, leave me alone, I'll go do it. But if you ask me to teach somebody what to do, what to say, like, I don't know, use your own intuition. Like,
but you're on here teaching. Maybe you're the wrong one, Megan.
I was probably really unhelpful to all the people that joined me in the first 5 years of Plexus, because it was like, y'all.
5 years you acted this way? I'm surprised you even built a team. Jeez Louise.
I'll figure it out. And the self-starters did. Thank goodness. Right? And, I say.
Okay, the self-starters did. So now we're just going to be rude to all those that didn't. Cool, thanks for the mentorship. Right, Charlene? That is so funny. Right, yeah, thanks for the mentorship. Megan's like, the self-starters did. Okay, I'm going to insult everyone who didn't because I was a crappy mentor. Jeez.
That, but also, it wasn't like we just threw people to the wind. Like, we did a lot of in-person things for people. Like, we showed up in person and helped. But I say that to also hopefully resonate with some of you so you can learn it sooner. Like, be okay with doing, like, new mama Plexus things. Like, you carry the diaper bag, you carry the passy, and, like, all the things. When you're starting somebody new on the products, but especially with the business, don't assume that they know what to do, because actually a lot of people want it, but they don't know what to do. They don't know what to say, and they actually have a lot of insecurities. And so you're in that spot because if you've helped them get started, you know how to help them help one person get started. You don't have to know the whole staircase. You just have to be able to say, hey, well, I'll share with you what I'm doing. Okay, so I made a post.
All right, Madison said, I'm watching out to see if my cousins are on this Zoom. LOL, they are far into the Plexus indoctrination. Oh, I'm sorry, Madison. That is a not fun place to be. Ugh. Especially with Plexus.
So let's make a post. And you can use the same wording as me. So it's as simple as that, where you are helping them take those first steps. And almost like you're the teacher and they're the student. And like, okay, I helped them do this. Once they do it, then you like cheer and like, oh my word, we did it. Okay, let's see who likes or comments. And then you're going to help them know what to do or say after that. Because some people, when they do this, they don't necessarily have the intuition you had to go and message every person that comments or likes. And so you have to be that. So it's almost like you are working your business through them. Like they're the little link and they're the connector, but they don't necessarily know how you do it or how you say or how you word things, right? And so it's important to handhold those first steps. And even if you have people that are self-starters and they know what to do.
It's so funny that she's saying this. It's important. But for 5 years, you refused to do it. For 5 years. Also, Madison, that's amazing. Madison said, I have a folder on my phone dedicated to FTC violations they have committed over the years. Good for you. I love that.
Still handhold them, because us self-starters still will take all of the help we'll get, right? We can get, and some of your plunge ahead, go-getter people still need some mentorship in terms of maybe the customer care piece, because maybe they're bringing people in so fast, maybe customer care isn't even on their radar. They're just like helping people right and left and trying to live the rest of their life and what they're doing, right? And so they may need you to come alongside and be like, hey, I have a little system for customer care. Let's get these people plugged into this, They probably have some fears in the back of their mind that they need to chat through too. So yeah, Carissa, did I answer that question?
Yes, you did. And I thought I might chime in too, because, you touched on like, well, do I want to be a babysitter? Do I want to be a handholder? Am I a coach? I think that another big one I hear often, or I've even struggled with, is like, I'm not everyone's therapist. And I would challenge that one too for everybody, because no, you're not a therapist, but I would challenge you to actually invite learning what people's fears are, because let me tell you,
why would you learn what people's fears are and challenge people to learn if you're not a therapist and can't help them through it? Oh, to manipulate those fears. Carissa Casey, your name's on my shit list.
They are not taking action, or if they are not taking a certain action that you have suggested they take, it's because of something they believe. It is because of something they believe. And so whatever action they're taking or not taking, whatever way they're buffering or avoiding, this is all based on something they believe. And, so often we are afraid to find out what's holding them back, because it's going to be messy, because people are messy and we're in the people business. But shifting our belief, I latched onto this at Gold School from Becky Page when she said, people are an eternal investment. Guys, people are an eternal investment. They're worth it. And so even if the person you're helping get to the bottom of a fear that's keeping them stuck, even if they're not your next star diamond, but you've helped them get to the bottom of a fear that's holding them back, you have impacted them for eternity. You've impacted the generations to follow that person. And so getting out of our own, again, it's selfish, it's that obsession with self that's keeping us in conserve energy mode, keeping us out of, ooh, this is messy, I don't want to go there, I'm not a therapist. Well, what if we instead took that thought captive and started practicing, you know what? People are worth it. People are an eternal investment.
Oh, this was talking about people being an eternal investment. That's what the title of this was talking about. It was people are an eternal investment. That's what this title was. And I went, ooh, that one. For fuck's sake.
And I'm okay to get in there with them a little bit. Now,
Mm-mm.
this is where some developing skill set is helpful, because if you get in there in the mud with them and you just roll around in the mud together, you're not really helping them grow. So we do have to, if we want to be leaders, we have to develop leadership skills. Part of being a leader is asking curious questions and helping bring thoughts to the surface they may not even realize they're having, that are holding them back. But that doesn't mean you have to agree with those thoughts. It does not mean you have to come into agreement with, oh yeah, that's true. You can help them observe their thoughts as an impartial outside person, and then you can help them ask questions about what that thought's creating for them. And then if they want to powerfully choose a different thought to create a different feeling.
So it's like pull up drama for them to have in their trauma, pull up trauma for them to have in their head, probably freaking them out a bit, make them relive some of their trauma mentally, and then manipulate them when they're vulnerable. That's what I'm hearing this is, because that's what it pretty much is going. That's pretty much what she's talking about. Like people's fears, people, whatever, you're not their therapist, but blah, 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 blah. You're not their therapist. End of story. Done. Say less. Finished. That's it. So don't do that. Don't, like, it is none of your damn business at all. The only reason you're making it your business is because you can manipulate those things.
Create a different outcome. So yeah, we do have to learn some leadership and coaching skills to be able to do that well. Otherwise, we're just, like Megan says, unpacking the suitcase and all the clothes just stay littered all over the floor. That's not the goal. But I think sometimes we fear even finding out what's going on in their internal world, because we fear that it will be messy, or that we won't know how to handle it, or that it'll sap too much of our energy. And I'm not a therapist. So I would just challenge that one and say that a whole lot of amazing stuff can be accomplished and created when you are willing to get in there in the mud with somebody. But you do have to decide, I'm going to learn how to be that voice at the top of the pit going, hey, there's some freedom up here. Like, let's come on, climb out. I'll help
There's freedom up here? What freedom is she talking about?
you. Hold my hand. And not just being afraid to open up that can of worms.
Can we stop acting? Sorry that I paused it so quickly. Can we stop acting like you succeeding in something in life is going to heal your trauma? Like you getting, you ranking up in an MLM, you going to the Olympics. And you know what? Simone Biles is a perfect example of that. Her third time, second time at the Olympics, she bowed out in 2020. Is that right? Yeah. And look at her now. You know what I mean? She took care of her mental health. We need to stop acting like success is a healing part of our trauma. Now, I guess for certain people it can be, especially those that struggle with things that have to do with success, it can be healing. But just because you are, let me put it this way. Robin Williams, extremely successful actor, cherished and loved by so many. He offed himself and it was horrible. And I mean, obviously people who didn't know him were really surprised. I don't know if people were surprised who did know him. Like, I don't know if they knew about his mental health, but he was obviously going through something with his mental health. The most successful people in the world still struggle with mental health, and their success is not healing their mental health. So acting like there's freedom up here is going to help your mental health is not a thing. Ma'am, why are you keeping people in pits? They're probably lost against that. True.
makes sense. So I just want to share that because I resonated with a few people in the comments that said, yeah, I kind of still feel that way. What do you do? So I just wanted to share a little more on that.
Yeah, so helpful. So good. Okay, let me turn it to gallery view so I can see all your faces. Okay, who else wants to share something they learned, an epiphany moment, a pivot, something they've learned from the Star Diamond, or your favorite person so far?
I really liked Brandy here. I really liked, I think it was Sonia. If you did not do the How to Win Friends and Influence People book study, you need to watch her video like 3 or 4 times, because I feel like everything that she said was kind of like a cute Southern twang of wrapping up how to win friends and influence people. But like the things that she was talking about is just like really truly connecting with people, like saying their name a lot and really listening to what they're saying. That way you can come back and be like, hey, I remember that you had mentioned X, Y, and Z. That's something that like I feel like is really powerful to people, is just making them feel heard, making them feel seen. But I felt like as she was talking, I'm like, girl, are you Dale Carnegie's daughter? Like saying this in a Southern accent, because it was basically that whole book wrapped up into a beautiful clip. So go back and watch her video if you did not do the book study, even if you did do the book study. I love how she talked about connecting with people.
Yes, so good. I've listened to her on repeat so I could learn how she did it. And like, even, okay, so she gave the example, this was like 9 years ago. I listened to one of her videos and she said that she just talked through how she connects with people at the gas pump. And I was like, that is brilliant. I have never in a million years done that, but I could do that. She was just like connecting with people and like,
Y'all give me ideas who to put on my shit list. I have Carissa, Casey, the one that talked about freedom, whatever. Megan Goff, this person. Dramus, Brooke Hemingway, Alicia Monique, Jasmine Elizabeth. Ashley, what's her name? Ashley. There's so many people I need to put on my shit list. Y'all give me ideas. I forgot.
you know, you connect, like you say something like, hey, how's your day going? You're pumping gas. And then she's like, I don't know, says a couple things and they say something. And then she's like, hey, well, I've got to leave, but my business is actually expanding in this area. And I'm just going to leave you with my business card in case you ever want to connect. I work for a health and wellness company, and I'm just looking to build more in this area. So would love to connect with you. And I'm like, that is brilliant. Why have I never thought of doing that? Same way, like you go to the post office and you're like mailing samples or just mailing whatever, and you connect with the person
Hey, Megs. Hey, on Twitch.
there. And you could like totally make so many connections and talk about your business. It's not weird. Like she doesn't make it weird at all. She makes it sound so casual and so natural. And you get your business card into more people's hands. And then she gave the examples like today or yesterday, sorry, how when she shops, she connects with people like with her phone. And like that is so brilliant, guys, that you don't have to have your business cards handy or always have a business conversation. You can just say, like when you're in conversations, you're like, oh my word, I gotta go, but are you on social media? Like, let's connect some more later. Like, I think we could be friends. Don't feel weird about doing that and just ask. And most people are on social media. If they're not, then you just say, well, here, let me give you my number really quick.
Hey, members, should I make a Discord channel called The Shit List, and then we put names in there that I should take a look at? I think that might be fun.
And then we can connect at some point. So don't be afraid of doing that. And I think the thing is with the people skills, well, one, all of us can get better and grow in that, but it's like exercising a muscle, you know, like we're exercising those connection muscles. And some of us, it may come a little more naturally for it. And some of us might have to exercise more to get better at that. But that's
okay. I agree. I see so many people talking about the gas pump thing. I am like terrified of being abducted at a gas station. It might be a little unhinged of how terrified I am. I feel better in Minnesota than I did in Texas, but oh my gosh, I am petrified. So if someone came up and tried to talk to me, I instantly close off. Oh, no. Oh, back in the car. It was where are you? What Taylor said made me crack up. Hops back in car and closes the door. Me at a gas station. So like, don't talk to me at a gas station unless you're like, are you JulieJo? Hi. If you say that, I will feel better. I'll be like, hi, and then like leave me alone because it freaks me out. But yeah, don't talk to me at gas stations. I don't know why I must be horror movies or something that I've seen, and a lot of people like get hurt at gas stations. I don't know what it is. Don't fill up in Dinkytown and Minneapolis. The vast majority of places otherwise in Minnesota are nice though. Yeah. I get sus if someone looks at me for far too long at a gas station, right? Right? Why don't they do that? They might even make more. If someone tries to talk to me at the gas pump, I assume the interaction will soon appear in grainy security images on an episode of Dateline. Right? Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
thing is like we can all learn to be better at it and we can teach our kids.
Charlene, did you create the shit list on my Discord? Thank you so much. That's amazing. Thank you, Charlene. Shout out to Charlene.
And this is something that I thought about when Carissa was talking, is that growth in business, like when we are coaching somebody through some like a
Thank you, Becca.
mental block or a
I
thought
agree.
that they're thinking that isn't actually factual or whatever it is that we're helping them with, any sort of growth in business, personal growth, has an impact in your marriage, in your parenting, in your communication skills, in your relationships in general. And so isn't it cool that this is like the little catalyst, like the workout room for us getting better and growing as people? I think that's so cool. Okay, who else wants to share something you learned, pivot you're making, action you're taking?
Wow, they're really talkative.
I think it's hard to choose a favorite. My first favorite was Brenda because she was talking about like the reels and the social media, and that's an area that I'm like, I need to. I feel like I need to up level and figure it out better.
Your child.
So I really liked her training on the reels, and if you look at her page, like she's very just. It doesn't look like Plexus threw up on her page. So I'm like, I probably could maybe have more balance there. But she weaves it in such a natural way because she's just talking about her life as a mom and how she feels better. But she's not like saying, products or whatever. So I've really enjoyed just watching her page and then learning from her training. And then there was Suzanne. It
Sorry,
was
Anna.
really interesting. She was talking about recruiting and planting seeds and just like relationships, which I really like. I feel like that's where I do best is when I have a relationship first. Um, I wish I could just be like the cold messenger, but it doesn't work for me. I just tend to get people that like I have to know them for a year first or something. So I liked a lot of her tips there, and I'm like, okay, I gotta figure out how to get in more relationships like quicker so that by the time they like foster, like I have just a lot of them like are like little growing in the little greenhouse or something. Um, but she actually sparked stuff in my mind when she was talking that wasn't even in her training, I don't think. But it just, I had the idea or the thought just listening to her. I went and listened to some of her other trainings on YouTube. And I was like, you know what? I really need to just start practicing doing little trainings myself. Like, I need to just start.
Rescue Ninja Chris 10. This is first off, look at all those dogs in the picture. I love it so much. So many cute dogs. Rescue Ninja Chris 10 said, I am the weirdo that talks to random strangers at the gas station and actually anywhere. I can't help it. So I apologize if I've ever freaked you out. There are no ulterior motives. I'm just friendly. I will say that people give me different vibes. So if you're like friendly and nice and you're just passerby or being kind, that is okay. But it's all about the vibes for me.
Practicing that because like I don't have a huge team, so I'm not doing that. But I'm like, well, if I don't practice, then when I come time to do it, I'm gonna trip over my tongue. I might throw up. It'll be an experience. So I should start practicing that. So that's one area where I'm challenging myself, even in my little page that I have and nobody pays attention, just once a week to get in there and talk about something. So I think this past week, what I did was I did a little live video and I talked about, did you know you don't have to work the business to share your referral link? Because I have a lot of people that aren't interested in the business. And so I was like, well, maybe that would be good. Brooks training spoke to me. Like, I feel like there's so many. And then Sonia Dudley, I want to go listen to more of her stuff. It's just been really inspiring. And then today, Fallon's, I think, was real encouraging, especially the bit where she was like, I was stuck at gold for 2 years. And then
Angie's camera angles are slaying. I can never pull that camera angle off.
I went, what was it, like diamond in 9 months or something. I'm like, maybe there's hope. Maybe there's hope. Maybe I'll figure it out and I'll just poof over the next few months. Who knows?
Yes, love it. Love it, love it. So guys, as you're having ideas when you're listening to the people that are training, go take action on those. That is what has made me good, or maybe I should say excellent, because I don't sit on ideas. I put them into action as quick as I can. And so I love what Stephanie said, because she had the idea and then she started acting on that. And so I think all of us on this call, all 26 of us, can go take what she's doing and duplicate it. Okay, you don't have to be the most creative or even the sharpest knife in the drawer to work this business. You can duplicate what other people are doing. Hallelujah, thank the Lord that there's creative people and people that spend a lot of time in brain space thinking through things, because I don't feel like I have a lot of bandwidth for that. Sometimes I do, but a lot of times I'm simply taking someone else's idea and implementing quickly. And so I'm going to make a challenge for all of us on this call.
Challenge.
Before we meet
Get ready. Everybody get ready for the challenge.
back next Tuesday, I want everyone to make a short little training video. It can be something like 3 minutes or less that you pop in your little chat thread with your customers. It could be if you have a little customer page or a group or a private event that you've done, go live in there. And I love that topic, Stephanie. Did you know you don't have to work the business to share your referral link? Like, that's a perfect topic. Great clickbait, and will resonate and speak to those people. And that goes along with the buddy system thing that I was talking about earlier. That is brilliant. I love that. Okay. Well, guys, I promised everyone that we would do a short 30-minute call. So I feel like we're just getting started. But I'm gonna close this out and just say, hey, you know what? If you have the kids in bed, or hubby is taking care of them for a little while longer, if you're in the stage of young children, I'm going to challenge you to stay on for the whatever 20 more minutes that you have maybe allotted for this call, and work your business. Guys, there is time left in the month to make some things happen, and I cannot wait to see all the momentum. Really, guys, the momentum really starts, I feel like, in March, the 20th and after, the last 10 days of the month. And you may have had a really, really big first 20 days of the month so far, and you may be like, I've already got my 6, or I've already double earned the watch, or whatever. Or I've done all the challenges that my sponsor's given me. So I'm just going to kind of coast. I'm like excited. My encouragement is, actually, March has historically been my highest month, like personal recruitment month, year after year after year. And so the time is ripe. Don't quit before the end of the month. Yes, front load, because Easter weekend is coming, but also
Thank you for using the word front load. This is what we are talking about, people. Oh, I almost knocked my light over. I got a bit too excited. Also, this is a good example of them being pushed to do more. There is never a break. Like, there is never a time you go, oh, I did it. Except like the last couple, like, except at midnight on the last day of the month. Then you could take a deep breath finally, and then wake up and do it all over again. It is horrific. It's horrible. I hated those feelings. It's never enough. Oh, you hit a goal that we talked about? Do more. Oh, you hit that goal? Do more. Just keep going and going and going and doing as much as you can. It is completely exhausting.
double down. Jessica Heffley gave the challenge: post every other day with that income graphic. Go live in your stories every day and talk the heck out of the Apple Watch. Talk the crazy out of the free resets. Like, talk. You are not boring your audience. I mean, mix it up and talk about other things too. But you want to be piquing the interest of the people in your circle that are Googling ways to make money from home. Okay? And so that is all I have for you guys. I will pray us out and we'll be done.
No.
Okay.
No prayers. Keep your prayers to yourself. I don't need them. Thank you very, very much. Megan Dessart's going on the shit list, because why wouldn't she? Tony Van Schoik. Okay, Kelsey Ray. Y'all, did y'all see the Chad, I think? Big YouTube creator. Made a video talking about unschooling and starred Kelsey Ray in it. Not only was Kelsey Ray in the video, she was all on. You know what? Let me show it to you. I love Chad. Here we go. First off, she's got 2.6 million subscribers. Blessings. share my screen. But here, here you go. Ooh, oh no, I meant this. There we go. Look at Miss Kelsey Ray. Look at Miss unschooling on TikTok. But yeah, no, Kelsey Ray's right there, right front and center of a chat video with almost 2 million views, baby. I love that for her. Good things happen. Good things happen. Anyway, thank you for being here. I know this was short, but I have a video that's 40 minutes going out. Members already have it. Members already have access to it. And then everyone else who's not a member will get access tomorrow. Charlene was awesome enough for the members in the Discord to put a shit list on there, and I'm putting down names. We can just keep adding to it, especially members who want me to react to a certain person, especially if they have good videos to react to and maybe posts and whatnot. Feel free to put that on the shit list too. Have a good day. Thanks, JJ. No problem. I know it was like a little over an hour. It's kind of short, but I planned for a short one. Like the stream. Oh, yeah, please don't forget to like the stream. I would appreciate that. And if you really want to help boost the stream, you can leave a comment of your thoughts on this video. Thanks for being here. Hey, Daisy B, we're just hopping off. Sorry about that. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, night, week, whatever, you know. I will see you next time. Bye.
Stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let